You're now listening to the Z-Listers podcast with Brady, Neil, and AJP.
But
Well, it's like an hour and 40 minutes to set up.
yeah, so keep touching all that stuff. I got here a little after 3 o'clock. It's 4:15.
I just made it an arbitrary time.
Okay.
Maybe if you'd let me help, it would go quicker.
If I let you help, we'd be upside down.
Yeah, bondage.
I want to go home. You have a really good knack of making me not want to do this. Really good. Why are you pulling the tablecloth? Every week it's something new.
I'm not, though. And you making fun of my joy makes me not want to do this.
Good.
You think it's funny to ridicule my laugh?
Yes.
That's really funny.
I tried to listen to a podcast
Humorous.
with your buddy LD Dave. The laugh is unbelievable.
Not my buddy, by the way.
You over him? Are you done with him now?
Little bit. I mean, he dropped Professional Rapper in 2016 or something. 7 years later, he drops Peanut and hypes it up like it's going to be very disappointing. And he tried to be sneaky. He bait and switched it a little bit. He said he was done with Red Bull and now he's drinking a Red Bull.
January 19th. Today's the 31st. I had a good run.
Okay. Can you turn us down?
What do you mean? In the headphones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else could that mean, really?
I don't know. You looked over there and said it. How's that?
That's good.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it was nice while it lasted, the Red Bull sobriety. Good job, bud.
Thanks.
But yeah, he pulled a bait and switch. He said, Peanut is dropping on whatever date and blah, blah, blah. And then he drops it, and on Spotify it says Peanut Dave soundtrack. It's the fucking soundtrack to a show. I mean, half the songs on there were shit we've already heard. So, David Bird.
What are you
come on,
doing,
man.
Dave?
Piss me off.
Piss Brady off.
Yeah.
Well,
You don't want to do that. Once you wake me up, it's hard to put me to bed. Know what I mean?
aren't these chairs so much better?
They are, but it makes me want to act up more because I like to swivel and stuff.
Yeah. As long as you don't hit the microphone, you could do. Don't hit the microphone or the table. You could do whatever you want.
Just full on picking my nose. My nose gets itchy, and I think it's because of nose hair. Yeah, I fell backwards on the backdrop.
You did.
Before.
You fell through. You did it like a reverse Kool-Aid man. You went through the brick wall.
Yeah,
From the inside.
I did some Roadrunner shit. I missed you, man.
I feel like I could definitely pull some Roadrunner type pranks on you. You missed me. You saw me Saturday.
Yeah, I know. I missed you.
Cost me
Is
over
that so wrong?
$200. Yeah.
Hey, first of all, what a jerk off showing off. Oh, I paid all this money. Second of all, I was going to pay, but you said no, you don't have an e-bike in your bank account. So
Was that
even
wrong?
though that's true,
An e-bike is $1,500, and a Firewatch is 2.5 hours. Keep up.
yeah.
On our Patreon, I'm gonna make a dictionary
I love that.
so people can. Because I feel like if you have even if it's not something that's super big and popular, if you build a world,
yeah.
it's just fun.
Yeah.
Because imagine you find something you like and it's this whole world. First of all,
Yeah.
you find something you like, not a lot of people know about it, but then there's this whole world and
Yeah.
cast of characters and stuff.
We're like George R. R. Martin up in here,
Honestly.
just creating worlds.
I remember I was talking to Danielle about this because I went to go see.
And sorry for the listeners. Danielle is who?
Why are you saying that?
I don't know. It sounded funny in my head. Go on.
My life partner. And
Nice.
see, yeah, that wasn't funny, and now it just made me.
Conversational damn.
Yeah,
That's what
you're-
I'm here for.
You're
bud.
really good at it. We were out in Pennsylvania,
Mhm.
like King of Prussia area,
Mhm.
and we were close to Bam Margera's house.
Okay.
So I was like, hey, since we're this close, I want to see if I can try to see it.
Uh-huh.
Because it's actually, Vinny, our friend of the show,
Mhm.
got to skate at his house.
No kidding.
He knew a guy that had been there and was going there, and then he took him. And it was a thing that a lot of skateboarders in that area just knew his gate code. And
Yeah.
would go to his house and skate. But I wanted to see if I could see the house. You can't really see it from the street. But anyway, I was just thinking about that show and starting to watch it and everything. And when I started to watch it, and I remember I was a little kid and I was scrolling through TV, and it was probably 9:30 or 10 o'clock, but it felt like it was so late and it was coming on. And I was like, yo, like I knew him from the video games, but I never watched the show.
Yeah.
And then you just start watching the show and like, he had all his, did you ever watch Viva La Bam?
Oh, yeah.
So he has like his whole like cast of characters.
Yeah.
And like, then there wasn't Instagram. There's the only place you could see them was there,
Yeah.
So, and I'm not comparing our podcast to Viva La Bam, but what I'm saying is like, you find something and then there's like this, it's this whole world you could like dive into. And I think that's cool. So like you find us and then, they're like, oh, they have like their own vocabulary. So like people, like our real fans will know what a Firewatch is.
Do you think Neapolitan Limousine will be on there?
Oh yeah, that'll definitely be on there. Time Warner will be on there. I've been telling people about that and they love it.
That's crazy.
Why? You have to go there to look, so it doesn't.
I guess. But what's to stop somebody from investing whatever fee to get past the paywall?
Yeah.
And then they just fucking end our careers.
Yeah, but
I don't want to put bad stuff on there.
No, we're not going to put bad stuff on
like
there.
you wouldn't put screenshots of our DMs on
No,
there, would you?
no, that's
exactly. So
But that's bad stuff.
Time Warner's just a step down from that.
But it's not bad.
It's disrespectful.
It's disrespectful, but that's what Patreon's for. I don't know. It's like, sure, somebody could do that, and of course, there's nothing on there that's gonna like bring us down.
Yeah.
But like, that's like the parents of the kid that Harambe. Did Harambe kill the kid?
No.
Okay, but like that's like the parents getting mad. Oh, why do they have gorillas there? The kid fell into the thing.
They were mad that there were gorillas in the
No,
gorilla
but I'm saying
habitat?
that's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
You paid money to go there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So and then you want to complain about what's there?
Yeah.
You paid to get in.
I guess. I'm just scared.
Yeah, but it's fine. In my head, that made sense. Like when you asked me, and who's that? It makes sense. A lot of things make sense up here. I was driving with Danielle, and I was like, I forget what it even was, but I was like thinking something, and then I asked her, I was like, did I say this out loud yet? And she was like, no. I was just driving, and like she was on her phone, and I was like talking to her in my head.
Yeah.
And I didn't say what I said, and I was like, and then I said it, and she was like, oh. I don't know.
No, I've been there before. Like, you ever have a conversation with somebody, and you're like, oh, I can't remember if I was saying this to you the other day, or if I was saying it to you in my head the other day.
Exactly.
Like, I have pretend conversations with you all the time.
Oh, I do too. With me.
You know what's weird? Sort of similarly, but maybe not. And I don't know. You'll be the judge. I feel like I go through spells where I remember my dreams, and then spells where I don't. I'm on a remember my dreams kick right now, and I've been having some interesting dreams.
Yeah.
I've been having a dream, like abusive, like bad dreams about my stepdad.
Whoa.
Like,
Like he's doing bad stuff to you?
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you're just letting it happen?
Well, that's my dream. I don't really have a choice.
You can't control your dreams?
No, can you?
Not always.
Oh, that's very interesting.
But if I want to dream about something, I can think about it hard enough, and most likely I could have a dream about it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Do you use it for bad stuff?
No, never.
Okay.
I had a dream today that I put somebody in a chokehold, and then somebody came over and kicked them in the head while I was putting them in a chokehold, and they got like knocked out, and then they woke up, and they woke up in the dream, and they apologized to me because they were being a jerk off to me.
Yeah.
And that's why I choked them out. And then I woke up and I felt really bad.
Yeah.
And I got in a fight in real life in 9th grade, and I didn't want to like. The kid was a real big fat kid. I could just say that. It doesn't matter. But he was like fucking with me. And so I fought him. And I don't even remember how or what, but I remember we walked to the woods. It was like a group of kids. And it's so funny because like when you fight in high school, I don't know if like, you never got in a fight.
Nah.
No. I don't know if it's like this like other places, but like we walked there next to each other like talking shit.
Yeah.
Like to the spot in the woods. It's like if we really had that much of a problem, we would have just fought right there.
Yeah.
Like we got off the bus together. But anyway, we were like fighting, and like I didn't want to like beat him up.
Yeah.
Like I just wanted them to stop fucking with me.
Yeah.
And I forget even what was the start of the fight, but I was basically just trying. And he's also like a lot bigger than me. But I was able to like get him to the ground, and I was just like, "Are you done? Are you done?" And there was older kids there, like seniors or whatever, and like nothing was happening. It wasn't like really even a fight, and I didn't want to like beat him up because I would have felt bad.
Yeah.
And then we were walking away, and then he punched me from the behind, punched me in the face. So I had a black eye. So then it looked like I lost.
Yeah.
And that fucking pissed me off.
That pissed me off too.
Because nothing happened. Like it was.
You let him get up and then he hit you?
Well, I got pulled off of him. Because I was
okay.
just on top of him. I wasn't like beating him up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
Well, I feel like that's kind of on you. Don't turn your back on the enemy.
okay. Yeah, it was on me. Then I saw him a couple years. I saw him maybe a long time after that at his job. I was I was a customer at his job.
Yeah.
And he like tried to say hi to me, and he looked like dog shit.
Yeah.
And I might have even said to him, I was like, I didn't know you were still alive because you're at your job. You can't I'm the customer.
Yeah.
What are you gonna say to me?
Yeah.
I'll tell your boss.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Just droopy to shit.
Droopy, just strung out looking.
Yeah.
Just
strung out. So he got skinny.
He wasn't as big as he was in school,
Okay.
but just
good for him.
Just pits for eyes, just quarries for eyes.
Yeah.
Not even bags, quarries under his eyes. Yeah, and I've gotten into a few fights, but again, it always ends like that because I feel bad. I don't want to like beat somebody up. Now, if like my life depends on it,
Yeah.
I'll do the best I can.
Yeah.
But
I'll bite the back of your neck.
oh yeah, right,
If my life is on the line,
there are no rules.
I'll take a chunk out of your kneecap.
If I really thought I was in danger, I'd get naked first because I feel like that would freak him out.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Plus, nothing to grab onto.
Nothing to grab onto.
Well, you don't want to get naked because then they could grab your pecker.
Yeah. But it's not, you get down to your boxers, it's like, okay, this guy's crazy. Let me knock him out quick. You get all the way naked.
This guy's deranged.
Yeah.
Not just crazy, but full blown
Yeah.
mental illness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like if you can out crazy them quick
Yeah.
and make it believable,
Yeah.
that I think it's.
Did you ever watch? I'm sure you have watched it, but I'm saying, did you regularly watch Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know when he's like,
Yeah.
what's up?
Yeah.
What's up?
Yeah.
Mind your business.
Yeah.
Mind your business. You got to
Yeah.
get a little twitch going.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what's funny? This is one of my toxic traits. Is I think a lot of guys relate to this, where I just think I'm like invincible, and like any guy, no matter the height disparity, no matter the weight difference, I'm like, okay, well, I got a strategy. Like, he's not just gonna beat me up. Like, you know. And so whenever I see like a bigger guy, in my head, I'm like, okay, worst comes to worst, straight up like downward kick to the kneecap, boom, break the leg backwards, kick to the balls, get him to the ground, then I just fucking throw haymakers. That's my plan. Now, would that work in real life? Most likely not. This is an ideal scenario, but in my head, no guy could beat me up. Yeah. Except for the other night, we went out to eat, and we had our first double date.
Oh, when it was
with my girlfriend.
You're talking about me and you now?
Scratch my crotch.
That's crazy. Clean it.
The other. So on Saturday night, you and I went on a double date with your lovely bride and my bride to be. It's still itchy. Sorry. Anyway, we went out into the parking lot afterwards, and we had a great time, by the way. And my darling wife has said as much. And there was this giant fucking guy, like probably.
Oh yeah.
He was
He wasn't that big.
I thought he was like
no, he wasn't
6'3", 6'4".
No. No.
He looked fucking big.
He was like kind of built. He was.
He was far away.
He was a big guy this way, but he wasn't like he wasn't like The Rock.
I don't know. He looked big. Are you
Okay.
sure?
Yes.
How good of a look did you get?
I was looking at him.
Do you clean your glasses regularly?
Oh yeah. No,
he looked big.
No.
Anyway,
He
agree to disagree. I think you're wrong. But
Okay.
Anyway, I had a little, my heart was a flutter. I'm like, well, if we have to, anyway, so this guy was like yelling,
Yes.
like screaming at the girl he was with.
Yeah.
And we're all like a little taken aback. Like, oh shit, like, what do we do? Should we say something to somebody?
Yeah.
And it kind of looked like he was screaming at us. I don't think he was, but
No,
for a second I thought he was like,
he was
what
hammered.
the fuck are you looking at?
No,
You know?
that's
But briefly it flashed across my brain. I'm like, oh fuck, like
your fight
I
or
don't
flight
think-
is terrible.
yeah, you're a very confrontational guy. I don't. Now you're kind of giving me pause because I'm thinking maybe I didn't assess him correctly, but I was like, I don't even know if the two of us could take him.
Easily.
You think
he wasn't. He like I said, he wasn't a super tall guy. Yeah, he was like.
He looked mammoth to me.
Yeah, no, and he wasn't even looking. I don't even think he was looking at the girl. I think he was so drunk he didn't know like what was going on.
Yeah.
But he was just like screaming at her.
Yeah.
And it was right in front of the restaurant.
Yeah.
Like
crazy.
literally like 10 feet from the parking lot, they have like an outdoor dining area that's now indoor,
Yeah.
but like everybody can see it.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. But
You know what's
welcome
crazy?
to the Z-Listers podcast. My name is AJP. Next to me is my beautiful co-host Brady Neal, and this is the podcast.
You ever called the cops before?
Have you ever called the cop? No.
No?
No, fuck no. No.
Fuck the feds. The one
'em.
time.
Never. Never.
That's awesome. I think I want to say I have before.
Now 911.
No, I don't think I've ever called 911 before.
I've
but
never called 911, but that's if they send the cops for whatever. Like if it's like a medical thing,
Yeah.
I'm not going to be like, fuck that because the cops are going to show up.
Yeah.
But like, help, police. Never. Sorry. Not happening.
I think I called the police once when I was still living with my mom because I heard like a woman screaming or something, and I don't think they even really
You're
did
on
anything.
10 always, dude. Like you really thought that guy was looking at us? Like what the fuck are you looking at?
Okay, for those
It's a yes or no.
watching / listening, like the guy was
10 feet tall and 8 feet wide.
Okay. How far away would you say that guy was?
8 parking spots.
First of all, no. Second of all, terrible metric. I mean,
Everybody knows how wide a parking spot is. They deal with them every single day. We were walking out to our cars.
give it in
and-
feet, asshole. It was like 200 feet.
You're an idiot. You're an absolute moron.
He raised the roof. He was so upset.
You're an absolute
idiot. Whatever. The point is, the guy was far away, and I saw his head turn towards us. I don't know if he was looking at us, but yeah, from far away, it was hard to discern at nighttime where his fucking pupils were pointed.
Yeah, so that's
You
why
jerk off.
that's why it's stupid to even bring it up.
It's not stupid to point. The point is, like, it looked like he could have been looking in our direction.
51 feet. Look over there. I measured it on Google. I'm not pulling it up because
I'm not interested in measurements now. Now that it goes against my observation, I don't want to hear it. Fuck you, man.
Well, whatever, man. Things happen. But
God, can we make this a really short one? I don't like you this week.
why? You just, I missed you. I missed you.
Yeah, whatever. I take it back. Get away from me.
Today might be the first day you get in a fight.
Which I don't. Again, like,
What?
every guy thinks this. Dude, I'd annihilate you.
You would.
I'd fucking kill you.
I don't think so. It wouldn't happen.
Oh, man. All my might and just fucking
You,
extra weight, I'd fucking break you.
I feel like maybe with me, maybe definitely in general, you would start to cry.
That is so rude.
would-
That's so fucking mean, dude.
You would definitely start to cry. And that might be an advantage because the emotion would just take over.
Yeah, because then you'd be like, oh, I don't want to beat him up. And then I'd fucking bite you.
Yeah.
Evander Holyfield, bitch.
Yeah.
Well, Mike Tyson, you would be Evander Holyfield.
I'm just into diffusing the situation. If there's a fight. There was only one fight I ever got in, and I was in probably fucking elementary school.
Fuck you, dude.
That I started,
Uh-huh.
and
Why'd you start it?
I don't remember.
Stole your Twinkie?
I just didn't like the kid, and he was like talking shit. I remember he was like, we were like playing on the street that he lived on, and he was like at his house, and he was like coming out talking shit. He didn't want to hang out with the group of us because I was there.
Yeah.
And I like probably called him out. We went across the street, and I remember that time I actually like did beat him up, and I had him on the ground, and I remember like rolling my forearm on his head into the ground, and his whole face was like cut up and shit.
That's crazy.
And then I got in trouble, and I did feel that might have been what started it.
Uh-huh.
Because I actually before that was friends with this kid,
Uh-huh.
and then I felt bad, but like, I'm not trying to get into fights and stuff.
Right.
But
I can't believe you said I would cry in a fight. That's so
Yeah.
mean.
no, I said you would probably start to cry. There's a difference between starting to cry and crying. You're not going to be like sobbing.
Right.
But your eyes
I
would
would tear
definitely tear. Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
I could see
The
that.
first, like after a fight, like usually someone would be like, like they'll check themselves out. Your first move after the fight would be to wipe your eyes.
You know what's funny? Actually, I've never been in a fight before, but I have been hit before.
Really?
I don't know if I've told this story on the podcast. I think I've told you before, but there was this kid. And to be clear, I don't come not only do I not come out looking good in this story because I was a bit of a bitch, but I also don't come out looking good because I was a bit of a jerk.
Okay.
But it was either 7th grade or 8th grade. So I'm a kid. I just want to say, like,
Anything. Well,
people can grow up.
anything in high school that's not like an actual heinous crime. It's kind of like you're a stupid kid in high school.
Yeah.
You know,
And
you get a reset.
and this was before high school. So
you get a reset.
Yeah.
Once
So-
you graduate, unless you committed a crazy crime, you get a reset.
Okay. So we'll call this guy Dale.
Do I know him?
Yeah. You want me to say it and you bleep it out?
Yeah.
We'll call this guy
Call him Dale.
Dale Springfield. Just because I like making up names. So Dale Springfield was like friends with some of my friends, but he and I were not really friends for whatever reason. And I think like some kids would maybe poke fun at him and call him poor. And I don't know, we were in class or something, and for whatever reason, whatever transpired between us, I called him white trash.
Okay.
And so after school, I'm walking with my buddy, and Dale comes up behind us, and Dale's friends with my buddy. And Dale just like kind of quote unquote jokingly puts me in a headlock.
Okay.
But he's like sort of laughing and pretending like you do with like a sibling or something, like, it's all in good fun. But like, he's really fucking wrenching my neck and I'm trying to get out of it. Eventually he lets me go. And so I'm on my bike, by the way, or I'm walking alongside it maybe.
Okay.
And we keep walking. And I'm angry because this dude just put me in a fucking tough ass headlock.
Yeah.
And so I pick up one of those. I think they're walnuts, like the green fruit
Sure,
that falls from the trees.
Sure.
And I pick one up, and I fucking like from a good 3 or 4 parking spots away, like I nail
So
him.
about 800 yards.
Yeah,
Like a sniper.
yeah. Call me Chris Kyle because I
I was gonna say you were the Chris Kyle of that. If you didn't say it, I was gonna say it.
I
That's funny
fucking
as
nailed
shit.
this guy in the back of the head from like a decent distance away. In retrospect, I do feel proud of that. But
Where'd you hit him? Did you say?
in like the back of the head, and because I was a pussy and probably still am, we're on a hill, by the way,
Okay.
and I turn my bike around and try and pedal, but it's uphill, so like you gotta really fucking like work those hamstrings. And by the time like I got any momentum, he's caught up with me, tackles me off the bike over the curb into the street, punched me in the back of the head 3 times,
Damn.
and then walked away.
Did you have a helmet on?
No.
Damn.
Yeah.
So he actually like punched you in the back.
Oh,
You
yeah.
yeah.
No, he got me good.
Wow.
And
Then what?
well, so I stand up, and my first instinct was to try and like, run after him and get him to the ground. And he kind of like ran away, like not I'm not going to say in like a real pussy way. He just like isn't going to let somebody just grab on. Anyway, later on, he tried to claim that he skipped away. That was bullshit. But, I'm not trying to make myself look like a big shot here. Anyway,
You're
so
rewriting history at this point.
yeah. So anyway, so he gets away, and I'm not really trying that hard to chase after him. So I just pick up my bike, and I'm starting to cry, but I'm like over the well, that's why I told this story, dumbass. So I start over the top laughing to try and mask it, make it look like I'm not crying. I'm like, yeah, that's right away. And of course he told everybody I cried, and I was like, no, I was laughing. What the fuck are you talking about?
Wow.
Anyway, so that's like and he and I actually, I don't know if this was before or after, but we had gotten in another scrape before.
Really?
We used to go to this game night at the local library,
Okay.
and kids would bring their Xboxes, and we'd play like Grand Theft Auto and Halo and shit, and it was cool.
At the Grand Theft Auto at the library
Yeah,
is crazy.
It is crazy that they let us do that, but whatever. And he and I guess were like exchanging words, and we're on our way out the library, and I think, I don't know who swung first, but we like took swings at each other, but like nobody connected at all. And then we got separated.
Yeah.
And then that was it. But yeah, we had a little history.
Wow.
And then years later, like junior, senior year, we're grown men at this point.
I say when you graduate, you get a reset. So you can't say that. You're still a kid.
Yeah, we're still kids, but we're slightly more mature kids.
Sure.
And I remember we were in, I think, driver's ed class, and I needed a pencil, and he was like, here, use mine. And so, I think he was a decent guy. I was but also something I wanted to point out is like, what a little fucking asshole I was for calling him white trash. Maybe he was poor. Like, why would I make fun of that? That's a shitty fucking thing to do. So
yeah,
I regret my actions, and he should have punched me. Although to people out there listening / watching, don't ever punch somebody in the back of the head. You could kill somebody very easily like that.
I feel like kids fighting, it's really hard for one to kill the other one.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
But maybe not.
You never know.
If they're fighting on like concrete or asphalt, and kid gets knocked out. But
well, you see a lot of videos on the internet where people like get knocked out and then the person's still kicking them in the head.
Oh, that's insane.
Or
somebody else kicks him in the head.
PSA, you kick somebody in the head, there's a really good chance you'll kill them.
Yeah.
Don't fucking do that. That's attempted murder.
That's why I'm saying, like, it's just every high school is going to have a fight.
Yeah.
Like, whether it's a super small town or like a huge high school with like a couple thousand kids, there's going to be like the fight. You know what I mean? It's just going to happen. You have that many kids around all the time.
Yeah.
But like, once you're an adult, like, I don't know. I feel like everybody you and I know that's like around our age, like nobody wants to fight.
Yeah.
Like maybe somebody will get drunk and that they're like a drunk asshole and they're trying to start shit.
Yeah.
But like for the most part, like why are people fighting? But like I watch those videos all the time and they're crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Like
it's just
hitting a head and if I can go stiff and that shit's crazy, dude.
Yeah, like their arms, fucking, they do the T-Rex pose and it's like, oh no, that's bad news.
They start seizing and shit like that. It's just crazy.
It's scary.
It's really not. It whatever you're fighting about, is it worth it having a murder charge?
Yeah. Or being murdered.
Or being you could get murdered too if you slip up.
Yeah.
There was a kid we went to school with who was not always fighting, but he fought a lot in like the short time that I was there and knew him. And then he ended up doing double homicide.
Yikes.
Remember? You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, that guy?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
He used to fight a lot. So it's like, hey.
Oh my God.
Don't fight. This is a PSA.
Was that a warning sign, you think?
Could have been. But I feel like he was getting picked on a lot too.
Do you think schoolyard fights are like a gateway crime?
Could be. I mean, obviously,
scary.
Kids that fight a lot, it's what's going on at home. Why are you fighting a lot?
Yeah, there's a point to that.
There was another time I was walking home and this kid, I don't know, like if we had a problem or whatever, but he like waited for me like behind these bushes and like jumped out and like pushed me down. Yeah. And then like, because I didn't see him, and this was maybe 6th grade, 7th grade.
Yeah.
And he told everybody like he beat the shit out of me, and I'm just like, dude, you jumped out of the bushes. You scared. First of all, you scared me, and then you pushed me down. Yeah. So that was something. And then another time, might have to bleep that because
also bleep out what I said. That was
yeah, that's crazy. I might just bleep out the whole story.
No, it's funny, like, I guess I shouldn't be surprised that you getting in all these fights because you're a crazy confrontational person.
But that's the thing. I didn't really get in a lot of fights.
Yeah.
Maybe
it sounds like you were scrappy.
The only real fight I would say is the one where we went to the woods with the fat kid.
Mm.
But even that, like, I don't even remember why we were fighting. I just remember he was like fucking with me or whatever. And then I was just like, I didn't want to hit him. I didn't want to like, because I was on top of him.
Yeah.
And he was like, not like, no.
Pause.
Yo, I was on top of him. I could have been like just teeing off on his head, but I didn't want to. And I think it started when I called that kid out and we got into a fight and I like fucked him up. Like, because he was smaller than me. But other than that, I mean, and a lot of my friends had older brothers too. When your friend has an older brother, it's just like, they'll fuck with you because they know there's nothing you can do about it.
Can you silence your phone, please?
Sorry.
It's really unprofessional. I love it when I get to call somebody unprofessional.
Yeah,
feels so good.
It's pretty crazy.
On the subject of, I just want to linger on the schoolyard fights for a little bit longer. But there's this guy. We'll call him.
Do I know him?
I don't think so, because he went to high school with us, but he might have gotten transferred to like what do you call it?
San Quentin.
Yeah, for high schoolers, like
okay.
what do they call that? Like
I don't know.
Prison school. Anyway, point is, I don't think you know him. Bleep it out. But his name was. There was this kid. We'll call him. Give me a funny name for him.
Eduardo.
Eduardo.
Yeah.
Okay, Eduardo. Fucking. He was in my math class, and I think. Again, actually, I wanted to tell you this real quick, like a backstory to my old insignificant story. There's an episode of 30 Rock where Liz, who's played by Tina Fey, great show by the way. We don't get paid to. We're not sponsored by Peacock, but we sure would love to be. Anyway, I don't like you wiping your mouth like that. Cut all this out. You make me feel self-conscious, and that doesn't lead to good stories. Anyway, she goes to. I fucking hate you so much. She goes
trying to get comfortable.
She goes to her high school reunion, and she has this sort of like defiant attitude, like, "Oh, I'm gonna show all my high school bullies and whatnot." Mm-hmm. And anyway, through talking to her supposed high school bully, she learns that she was actually the bully, mm-hmm. and like they all have horror stories from her just like being super fucking evil to them. Anyway, so
is that what you think about me? I'm saying I'm this innocent guy, I never got in fights, and then I tell you 100 stories.
Oh no. No, I'm saying I used to be a fucking asshole. Maybe I still am, but for whatever reason, I called this guy Eduardo. I called him like I teased him about his weight. I said like he weighs as much as a baby elephant.
Dude, I'm shocked you never got in a fight. Because I'm just thinking about it. Yeah, you really stirred the pot.
Yeah.
Just for as long as I've known you.
And I think from a factual perspective, I think he did weigh as much as a baby elephant, but that's neither here nor there. Anyway, and I think it was because of that he was like, I'm going to fuck you up after school. We're in like 7th or 8th grade. This is probably like the same year I got put in the headlock.
Wow.
I just had tons of ops in like the 8th grade.
That was a rough time for you.
Anyway, so Eduardo after school, I'm not kidding. Like this guy was a very, very big guy. I just like ran away from him, and I like knew he couldn't catch me because he was very big. And I think the next day in class, he called me out. He's like, "Why'd you run away, pussy?" And I'm like, "Why can't you catch me?"
I remember there's one time there was this kid. He was a grade older, but he just seemed so much bigger.
Yeah.
Right? And he was the older brother of this girl in my grade. And I don't know what I did, but I pissed him off and had something to do with his sister. I have no idea, right? But I remember he comes up to me at lunch, like trying to intimidate me, right? And it's all this lunch table. There's maybe like 6 of us at this lunch table. And he's basically like saying he's going to beat me up, all this shit, if he catches me, all this stuff. And I'm just like, all right. And it was just pissing him off that I wasn't like scared of him or like being intimidated.
Yeah.
And I was just like, okay. And he never did anything. And I remember like all my friends were like, dude, like that. They were like, I'm like, yeah, like if he like, because this time there was like no chance I was beating this kid up, like ever, like at all, period. So I was just like kind of just accepted it. Like if he's gonna beat me up, like obviously he's not gonna do it in the lunchroom.
Right. It's kind of like you and me, like modern day, like.
Yeah, just and I'm just like,
no shot, you're beating me up.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
See, here's the thing: you in that scenario, you don't really have anything to gain by like reacting.
Yeah,
you're just like, all right, well, if you do beat me up, like, I'll have to try and defend myself.
Thanks for the heads up. But I was just like, okay.
Yeah.
And that was like pissing him off. I wasn't reacting.
You should have gone over the top, like, "Oh, okay, thank you for letting me know, so I'll be prepared."
Yeah. Well, don't fight. Don't get in fights. That's the moral of the story.
Especially as an adult. Like,
as an adult, it's crazy.
It is crazy
to provoke and be the one to get in a fight. It's crazy as an adult.
That having been said, I do regularly complain about, you know, shitty people and like have violent fantasies. Like some people suck, and I wish I could beat the shit out of them with 0 repercussions, but there are repercussions.
I feel like there's a road too that people go down where they don't get into any altercations and then they're too overconfident.
Yeah.
Like you're overconfident, but you also are, when it comes to that, in touch with reality. Yeah. There's a lot of things
I know I can't fight.
There's a lot of things you aren't in touch with reality about, but like
what?
A lot of things, dude. But I could talk about something you brought up on the double date.
Oh.
I'm gonna cut that, but that's crazy. There's things. No, just drop it. But when it comes to like getting in a fight, like I feel like we're both like, sure, we may fantasize to be like, yeah, we'll beat anybody up, but no, like we're.
But what's funny is like you're I feel like you're very likely to get into a fight because you talk crazy to strangers.
Sometimes.
You have no fear.
But I'm never, how can I put this? Am I the one provoking it? Maybe. But it's never just me being aggressive for no reason. I'm always provoked.
Yeah.
Like the lady that took my parking spot. Remember what I told you? The story I told you on Saturday?
That's crazy. I hope you don't put that in.
I'll put it all in. Patreon. Dude, this whole episode, I feel like should be on Patreon. I don't know. I feel like, no, I don't think there's enough water in it for it. Oh, you proved me wrong. Hell yeah. Cam.
It's my water bottle.
It's my water bottle. So you almost just started crying.
it's my water bottle.
Something else I want. So I saw this meme, and it was like, Willy Wonka was a freak. It's like, I like chocolate too, bro, but calm down, right? And I've been trying to, and this is not edited. This is totally just how our conversation goes. Mm-hmm. It's such like a random jump from one thing to another.
Cam.
Wow. Our friend, shout out to Jen, she was catching up to all the episodes, and she watches them too, right? So she doesn't just listen. So she knows when something gets cut because she'll see like you sitting like that, and then like you'll cut, like, you know what I mean? You'll be moved.
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah. And she knows a decent number of the people we talk about.
Sure.
So she can like fill in the blanks.
She knows Dale Springfield.
She definitely knows Dale Springfield.
They might have dated.
Wow.
I don't think they did.
Anyway, I think she would have been Jen Springfield. That's crazy. Anyway, but yes, this is how our conversations go. So I saw that meme about Willy Wonka, and I was trying to think, like, because I've heard a lot of stuff about Milton Hershey and how he was just like a crazy guy, but not crazy in like a bad way.
Is Hershey a nice place?
I mean, it's not really like a, to my knowledge, there's not like a downtown.
Yeah.
I've
never been.
Me either. That's somewhere I want to go.
I'm shocked you haven't been there. That seems like right up your alley. Because you like weird stuff, and you like touristy stuff, and you like, I don't know. I'm very surprised.
It's on the list.
You want to go?
Yeah, I'll go to Hershey Park.
Yay! I'm going to get chocolate-scented candles.
Okay.
And a 100-pound Hershey bar. Just kidding. Hershey's chocolate in general, I don't want to say that. I was going to say, I'll say this confidently. Plain Hershey's, like just the regular Hershey's bar, sucks fat dick.
Really?
So bad, leaves a bad taste in my mouth every time. Fucking burns. I hate it. Kit Kats and Reese's peanut butter cups, though, which are also made by Hershey, right? Those are very good. Love them till I die. But, I'll, I don't know.
Like a bar like this, you don't like?
Gross.
Oh, wow.
Don't get me wrong. I'll eat it because it's, sweet. But
he quit school at 13, began to apprentice at 15.
Respect. Chocolate apprentice?
Yeah, I think so. Where's like about the company? Yeah, he just was. I wanted him to be a freak. I wanted him to be a devious little chocolate freak, but he's not. Built a town. We know it's Hershey, PA, for his employees. He believed that in order for his company to be successful, his employees had to be happy. Town included schools, parks, churches, recreational facilities, housing, and a trolley system. Hershey Company is the largest chocolate manufacturing plant in the world. I didn't know that. Hershey Park reports the highest yearly attendance of any privately owned amusement park in North America. Right?
I wonder, do they have like good coasters there, or it's just
know.
Stupid like little kids rides?
No, I'm sure they have big. Yeah, no, it's. I'm sure they have to have stuff. Companies, plants, boarding school, stadium, arena, hotel, museum, hospital, and Hershey Park. Like, he was a good guy. He's a good chocolate guy. But I wanted him to be a little freak so bad.
Got to make sure you cut that out, please.
No, I'm throwing this whole episode up.
Stop.
Nothing's getting cut.
Please stop.
This is also super interesting to me. Now, we got to be very careful.
Just so you know where to cut.
Okay. We have to be very careful. Okay, stop. Because there are legal repercussions to what I'm going to bring up.
Okay.
So we have to. This is not a time to joke.
Okay.
Allegedly needs to be used a lot.
Okay.
Okay. Now, I love. This is how I'm going to start. This has nothing to do with the story. I love Mr. Beast. I watch all his videos.
Okay.
He put out a video 4 days ago. $1 versus $250 million private island. Okay. So you watch this video, and there's a $150 million island on here, and he gives the name of it. He gives a tour of it. But the person who owns this island, they do not name. Okay.
Okay.
But wait, I'm serious. This is
Okay.
This is like we might be breaking some shit right here.
I'm just thinking of people who own islands, but okay.
We're on
okay.
the right track.
Okay.
So don't worry about the sound. It doesn't matter. But this is Necker Island. Do you know about Necker Island?
I don't think you could say that.
That's what it's called, dude.
Okay.
Do you know who owns this island?
No clue.
Okay.
Bill Gates?
No.
Okay.
Owns Necker Island.
Okay.
Okay. He bought it. I don't remember. I looked it up. I think he paid like $6 million. Mr. Beast in this video goes to Necker Island and it's for sale, right? Now, the island he goes to at the very end is the $250 million one. It's not for sale. It's owned by some cruise line. They have like their own private island that is like a destination on the cruise. So I was thinking, okay, maybe he's just here and he's saying it's worth $150 million, right?
Right.
So I Google it. Is it for sale? And I find this here. Where the hell's my mouse? Let's see. So, private island online for sale, Necker Island. Oh, it's for rent right now. When I put this on this list here, first of all, why are the pictures not loading? It was for sale. It was listed for sale. Now, for $150 million, that same price. Now it says rent. Anyway, I Googled name. It doesn't look good.
Uh-oh.
So I'm thinking, allegedly, maybe, somebody's in damage control and needs to like liquidate. Because I feel like if you have an island and you build it up to be that much, you don't just sell it. You pass it down. You give it to somebody. You put it in some sort of trust to where a family member is set up for it.
Can you tell me allegedly why he would be allegedly in damage control?
Allegedly, he was on an airplane with somebody that allegedly went to some other place in the Caribbean.
Island?
Yes.
Yikes.
And now,
that's all alleged,
That's
right?
all alleged.
Yikes.
And I don't know how to feel now because there are some people who it's sort of like an open secret that they're not a good person.
Yeah.
I never got that vibe from him.
Really?
I think I'm going to bleep the name every time. I don't think I'm ever going to say it.
Okay.
But you'd figure it out. Google it. But yeah. And I'm like, damn, that's such like a disappointment. Because like, now, I'm not saying anything happened, but his name is on a lot of papers.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But if you Google that island for sale, nothing really comes up. There's not like news reporting on it.
Yeah.
There's news reports on when he purchased it and him talking about it.
Right.
Because he's there all the time. Excuse me. But that's crazy.
Well, I don't know. Allegedly, some other venerable figures had alleged connections with he who shall not be named.
Sure.
Does it necessarily mean that they were partaking in alleged bad stuff?
Yes.
Yes.
I think so.
You think even, allegedly a famous scientist.
Oh, yes.
You think he was participating?
Yes.
Wow.
Wheels.
Wheels?
Is that who we're talking about?
Yeah, I think it's crazy that you're calling him Wheels. But
I just want to make sure we're talking about the same person.
Okay.
I don't know if estates and stuff can be litigious. Yeah, they can be.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. I would know.
You would know.
I would know. Forgot about that. I kind of blocked that one out. Yeah. Notoriously, they can be famous. That's all I'm gonna say. That's a Patreon. Stop! Don't say it, dude. Don't say it. Holy shit, dude.
Sorry. Can I just say something? I'm really sorry, man. I just eat up so much time with my inane fucking comments and just dumb shit I say, and I'm sorry.
Well, that's nice. I'm glad you acknowledge it. But
and I want you to know I don't do it out of selfishness. I just do it out of
that's. I don't know if you catch on to this or notice this.
What?
It's so hard for me to legitimately be mad at you ever because I know you don't think. You're never
Mean. Second mean thing you said.
but you don't do things maliciously. You just don't think.
That's rude.
But it's a compliment.
Is it?
Yes, it's
How's
coming from me. Trust me, it's a compliment.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. It's just you're Lenny, dude. You're my Lenny. I'm not gonna shoot you in the back of the head, but you're my Lenny, dude. You just don't know any better.
You're pissing me off, man.
That's a compliment, dude.
Again, it doesn't feel like one.
But take it as one because that's how I mean it. You're a great guy. You're a great guy. You're super dependable.
What? Now I know you're bullshit.
No, if there was ever some real shit, if I'm ever in a pickle, I need a ride somewhere, I need this and
You're
that.
ever in a fight, I'm coming with you.
Tears in your eyes, you're coming.
I'm fucking going for those kneecaps. Downward kick.
I'm like fighting somebody and I'm like, you're biting me! You're biting me! Wrong guy! Yeah, but I love you, dude.
I love you.
You're a great guy. Careful, I hurt my finger. This has been the Z-Listers podcast. Thanks for listening. Love you. Don't get in fights. Be good people. And if you buy an island, I used to think it was cool to have an island, but now you can't be. Can't be cool if you own an island. You got to own one in like Maine. Own an island where it's cold and you will beat the allegations.
Bye.
Peace out. Love you.